What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we are starting off with just a couple of draft packs that I've accumulated and saved up. We've been selling... Oh, that Brazilian right back. Tell me he hasn't gone back up already. I was looking at him earlier for 1.1 and 1k, and I decided not to invest. There is a new SBC. If he's needed for that SBC or either of the two that are available, I'll actually be quite frustrated. It's one of those ones again where I'm like sitting there like in the back of my mind, this is a great opportunity. Oh, thank God for that. So they're still mad cheap. Oof, I must have just sold to lazy buyers, which was part of the good reason anyway. So today, to start with, I've just got a couple of packs from draft. So I won the draft twice. I got two 25k packs and two 5k packs, and then a 50k pack and a 5k pack. I've opened the 5k packs. You're going to see that, and you're also going to see the gameplay from the draft today as well. People been mentioning, are we never going to see gameplay again in the comment section? You are. Today you will, and then from tomorrow onwards again. I want to start having it live, like live gameplay essentially. So yeah, there's a new team of the week in packs. Hopefully we can get just anything, specifically I suppose out of that 50k pack would be nice. But the reason why I haven't really been showing much gameplay recently is because people tend to not really want to watch the draft gameplay. I don't want to bang on about it over and over and over, but I'm personally loving the draft. I'm loving the gameplay in the draft, and I'm just generally having a good time. So I'll start showing the gameplay for that so that we can get the comments in and such. And then yeah, we'll kind of go from there. In terms of the account, the promo right now has been so poor in my opinion. The team of the group stage promo, it's just not really lived up to any kind of standards at all. The cards they have released have genuinely been so bad that you wouldn't pick them up a week or two in the game. So here we go. We've got boards out of this one. It's only going to be boards, though. Is it going to be a good board? Spanish. Never good when it's Spanish, isn't it? Is it Asensio? I mean, what is he now? 83 only, isn't he? Was he 85 last year? I think he was. Oh, Rodrigo in there as well. I mean, he used to be like a good price, but even him now, 2,000 coins. Is Harry Winks still selling just because of the Spurs SBC? Yes, he is. So we'll drop him and try and get some coins off of him. And then Selic there. He might be coming in at a little nice little price. And then we've got a lot of duplicates here, which we're going to go through first of all. So he's actually looking at a good price, even though he's only 83 rated. And then I want to kind of decide what I'm going to do with my coins over the next couple of days. I'm very tempted, guys, to go unassigned for a couple of days. You know, when Footmas comes, I have a feeling... who is this guy? I want to see what the price is. Yeah, when Footmas comes, I have a feeling... the 83 market is going to rise substantially. So for me to go unassigned, what that would mean is that I'd have a couple of days where I wouldn't be able to open packs. So I wouldn't be able to open... why on earth is he so expensive? I wouldn't be able to open bronze, silver or golds. Literally nothing. So I want to go and get that German right wing from my club and put him on the trade pile. He might be selling because of the daily SBC, which we're going to do in a second as well. The daily SBC is for a rare election players pack, I believe. And then there's Hakimi team of the group stage, which I just don't care about. But we've got a 50k pack here, guys. As I say, from the draft final that we managed to win. We're going to get boards out of it. It's a blue. It's a walkout blue. Is that team of the group stage? Spanish? I don't think it is it? Centre mid? No, it's not. Because the blue thing came down the side. But we got a walkout out of the 50k pack. So you can't complain about that. 86 Parejo. Obviously helps bring some coins back from the draft, give us some profit. Wow, that's actually a really nice pack. An 83 Costa, an 86 Parejo. So Parejo's there about... Do you know what? I just want to have a check on Footbin and have a look at his market price. Because I don't think Messi's going to call... I think the hype is now for the sales. So he's 17k. Yeah, he was like 10k. Now, he did boom up to 22 when he was valuable, but I think taking the coins for him now is probably a smart choice. Now, it might be the wrong choice. Maybe in another 2 days or whatever, he's 20k, 25k or whatever. But I think people are so overly invested because of the Messi Player of the Month SBC that will be out tomorrow that the big cards are just way more expensive than they normally would be, unless they're meta cards. Obviously, we've got some good City players and Chelsea players which we can get some good coins for that we normally wouldn't get. So a good successful draft there. You know, some nice profits to be made once again. We'll just throw these guys on, and then yes, I'm interested to go unassigned. Maybe pick up just a load of 83s, you know, and just wait until they go up and then sell them. It might, like I say though, the problem is it might mean a couple of days, a fair few days actually, without that's some good sales there, isn't it? Yeah, a fair few days without being able to open packs, which would mean strictly gameplay, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because we haven't had gameplay for a while. So in terms of the SBC that's here today, I want to go and have a look at that German right wing as well. I want to sell him on. So we've got inside the box for a rare election players pack. If this has right wing, yes, that's why. Same league, minimum 5. So we've got, let's get our right wings in there. I don't really want to get rid of Vea, but as always, the commons are the ones that shoot up in price. Couldn't tell you why, but it's very likely that the rares are worthless. Let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, see, he's not even 1,000 coins, so we'll actually throw him up there in that right wing spot and we'll use him. We need a 78 rated squad. And yeah, this Klaus, even though he's only 76 rated, the fact that he's on bid for 2,800 is crazy. Let's drop him like that. Let's try and get 3,200 coins for him. Really, really nice. And I think this Frenchman here as well, Knockout, I have a feeling he might be a nice price as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. I will still list him. I feel like as a French right wing, he's got good potential. And then the Kaiser Chiefs card, no, so he's not really worth anything, so we'll send him back into the club. And then Suso, potentially, good nation, good rating. No, see, he's mad cheap as well. And this is why I don't understand it, man. I don't know why that German particularly, maybe he's in a footbin solution or something along those lines. And then we got Traore here. Yeah, he could be selling for a little bit. Obviously, as a 78 rated. So 78 rated common goals are going to go through the roof right now as well. Let's actually go to the Pro League. Sorry, the whatever it is, the Belgian League. Where is it? Where are we looking? Yeah, the Pro League. It is the Pro League. Because we've got some cards that we can pop in there. And it was minimum 5 from the same league. I didn't really look at the other objectives either, but we'll go and have a look at if we can just get rid of all of these cards. They're all so useless, although it needs rating, so we do have to care about that. So Samata can go in. UEFA Champions League rare player it has to be. So let's get Vanaken out and get the rare Vanaken in, or the UCL Vanaken. He can go in. So he goes in there. Doesn't need too much chemistry either. Let's put Defoe in there, so that Belgian link is nice and strong. Let's put Haroun in there as well for another good Belgian link right there. Team rating is 78. We're in a good spot for the team rating. We'll pop him in there. We'll pop Mignolet in there. We'll pop Berge in there. I know I'm using some rares. Would you believe it's probably cheaper at times to use rares than it is to use commons? So Balanta can go in there. So that's already 76 rated. If Vormer works, I'll just throw him in. There you go, he does work. So we get a rare election players pack for our 11 Pro League cards there. Nice and easy done. And then 3 more transfers as well, which is nice. What do we sell? Zinchenko, Otavio and Einzer there, which is good. We're going to be up, I want to be up to 1 million coins by tomorrow, unless I go unassigned. We've got a rare election players pack, guys. So let's see what kind of luck this brings. This is always typically a good pack as well. So no boards for us, sadly. Hopefully some of the silvers are good. If we can get some of the league silvers, that would be really, really nice. Let's see what it is. Bamba, Luca Bacchio. Okay, so we get a Marseille silver. He's not worth anything. Turkish league silver. Yeah, he's not bad. Like maybe 1,000 coins for him. And a Portuguese league silver, but he's not worth anything. And then a Saudi league silver, and he's not really worth much either. So I'll hold on to all of those for the time being. And then for these guys, we're just going to chop them up one time, throw that one tick on. And if they sell, they sell. And if they don't, then I'll just discard them afterwards as per usual. So yeah, the aim is to be at 1 million coins before rewards. I know I could just get there just by selling some riffraff, but I want to get there through like trading and such. And I want to actually have a quick look at right wings. So we didn't have, yeah, I've already sold a lot of my right wings. So let me have a look at left wings, see if we've got any of those. So Yarzabal could be a quite interesting one. He's one of those that sometimes like bangs up in price. Not on this occasion. It's going to be the commons again. Do I have any commons? Almiron is untradeable. A 79 rated card. That could be quite helpful. Nope, he's only 1,000 coins or less. Gradel, untradeable. Juanmi. Let's have a look. Come on, Juanmi, be good. In fact, now Juanmi looks okay actually. That Brecalo, I know he's worth a bit as well. I sold him for like 2.2k just a little while ago. So we'll drop him up and let's have a look if he's still good for value. Yeah, he's 1.5k on bid. That is fantastic. So for whatever reason, he is still really, really expensive. And then this guy will check as well. No, he's not really worth it. So we'll hold on to those guys right there. So yeah, I hope to get up towards 1 million coins. I haven't played with this team really since I put it together. I played 2 games with Di Maria and they were both squad battles games, completing objectives. I played a few games with Vieira. I believe his like price has come right down right now as well. Oh, he's back up. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna have to monitor that because I might look to sell him on. And the reason why I might look to sell him on is because if things go well tomorrow, if that player of the month Messi causes some like massive panic, I want to pick up the team of the group stage Messi for, you know, right now he's 2.2 million. I want to get him for 2 million or less. I'll just sell Vieira, take whatever loss and pick up that Messi because that card for 2 million coins is unreal. Now, in terms of the rest of the account, guys, I just want to get your opinion on where I should be going with a certain few things. Should I get Karim Benzema or not? First of all, it's a nice card. I just feel like I don't really need it. Quadrado, I just don't care about. El Haddadi, he like again, it's an okay card. I just don't need it. I've got way too many other cards available. And then Hakimi, I'm not interested in at all. Sadly, nothing to do with leagues here today. What I'm not going to be doing, guys, is I'm not going to be going for Tagliafico objective, right? I just don't care enough. If I can get, well, it depends. What I am going to be doing, so what you're going to see today is you're going to see draft gameplay from the drafts that I played earlier to get those 2 packs. And then you're going to see me completing this here. So I want to go and get these packs because it gives a Prime Gold Players pack, which obviously I'm totally interested in, whilst completing the Rivals matches objective. So score using UCL players in 3 and assist using UCL, assist 2 goals in Rivals. So I need to play at least 3 games in Rivals. What I will do is I will build a team that's good enough to complete these objectives. Sadly, one of them requires scoring with Argentinians and winning the game. So I have Di Maria in my squad so I can score and win with it. But if I've got some of this done, most of this done, you know, if I've got this and this done and some of this done by the time I finish the UCL group stages, I'll complete it because I'll be so close. If not, I don't want to waste my time in Rivals at all. I think going forwards, you know, what I plan on doing is midweek, or, you know, if I don't need objectives, there's that Klaus gone for 3,200 as well. Midweek, unless I need to do some objectives for things that actually, what I'm actually encouraged by, we're going to go through draft only, and then on weekend, going to play foot champs only. I don't know where that's going to leave me in Rivals. I don't know where I'm going to get in terms of ranking and stuff. And like right now, because I'm not like an extremely high like elo, I'm at like 1,500 skill rating. It's not like massive or anything, but it's high enough to the point where these games are super contentious. So for these objectives going forwards, as soon as I go even 1-0 down, I'm just going to quit the game and try and get myself an easier game. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know people frown upon the relegating and stuff, but I just don't care. Like I don't enjoy the game in that regard, so I'm not going to play the game in that regard. So what we're going to do now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and build a squad for the objectives. So I will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. I've got my team set up. I'm actually going to play in the formation that you see. We're at 98 chemistry right now. I have a feeling I can get it to 100 chemistry with a Eredivisie manager, perhaps. I can't remember. Yeah, maybe the Liga NOS manager will help me up to 99. Yeah, the Eredivisie. If I have the Liga NOS, please tell me I have an Eredivisie manager consumable. I hope I do. I don't really save the manager leagues very much. I don't. Italian Liga. Oh, I have a Liga NOS manager. So if I can get a Dutch manager, that will put me to, or a French manager, but preferably the Dutch for the right back. And I'll explain why. Oh no, the Dutch managers are like mad expensive, aren't they? And I don't have one. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, one of the Swedish managers is expensive. So he doesn't work. So I'm going to take the French manager to get Vieira on Chem. And then we're going to apply the Liga NOS manager league to him so that we can get Bruno Fernandes on 8. So this is how the team looks, right? So what I've done is I need to score and assist with UCL players. So we've got Haaland, Ziyech, Bruno Fernandes, and Jordi Alba and Dumfries that all count, right? They're all UCL. Well, not UCL. Well, Dumfries isn't UCL, I beg your pardon. And maybe Bruno Fernandes isn't either because I know he's Europa League, but I'm pretty sure they all count as UCL cards. I'm hoping that it's not specifically the blue, the trash blue cards. We'll find out after just one game. But if so, then obviously Bruno Fernandes will come out and I'll put a different cam in the spot. I need to assist with defenders as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing on Aguirre into the striker role and replacing Ian Wright. And then I need to score with Argentinians. And of course, I don't have an Argentinian on the field right now. So for me to be able to score with Argentinians, I'm going to have to bring Di Maria on, which I probably will just for Bruno Fernandes. And interestingly enough, I believe, other than Courtois, this is a full first owner squad. Dumfries we packed, Varane and PK, of course, Jordi Alba packed. Vieira we bought. Ziyech is packed. Oh, Bruno. Oh, I did pack a Bruno Fernandes. I must have sold the packed one and not the... Never mind. Hey, it is what it is. But yes, that's what we're going to do. You're going to see, as I say, you're going to see draft gameplay. You're going to see the rivals gameplay completing towards these objectives. This is the team that I'm going to use. I'm not going to change chem styles or anything like that. I think I don't care enough to go that deep. Got a couple of good players available that should be fun to play with anyway. This Ziyech card, this Bruno Fernandes card, very nice indeed. Haaland should be a lot of fun to play with. And if they don't count as UCL cards, then I'm going to be right back again, which you'll see first with a new team with the UCL objectives completed. So yeah, let's get into some action. All right, guys, as we get into some gameplay, that's something I haven't said for a while. We've got some comments from the comment section. And a few of the comments were about gameplay. So we'll start with those. But as mentioned briefly earlier on in the video, I have been playing lots of games on this account. Just a few things. Now, I know there are some people that enjoy the gameplay sections, mostly because of the question and answers and not necessarily because of the gameplay specifically. But the amount of people that like watching gameplay is really slim. And then for some reason, even though it's still the same game, it's still FIFA, people like watching draft gameplay even less. You guys know, like this is my road to glory. What I like to do what I enjoy and how I can make coins and how I can just have fun on this account. And right now that is through draft. And we talked about this again at the start. I have a feeling that unless I'm really desperate to get an objective done, it's going to be a lot of draft and a lot of weekend league and not a lot else. But Lewis says, I was a fan of the gameplay segments. Would be great to see a stream gameplay highlight vid. So one thing that I do want to do going forwards, and again, this might have an impact on the way we answer questions. And what I'll try to do is, instead of doing it post-com like this, but do discussion points through sections of the videos where we're opening bronze packs, silver packs, sniping consumables or sniping cards. Because now, instead of me talking over gameplay, I could sit there sniping and get comments from the comment section. But what I want to do, something I've actually wanted to do for a couple of years, but never had the ability to do it, and you'll see it from tomorrow hopefully, is I want to play my games live, all of them, and show the highlights of me doing it live. So what I did over the last couple of days, or what Tobias did for me, is he set it up so that I can now listen to music, I can listen to other people stream, I can listen to anything on my PC, and manage. I can now delete that audio from when I put the video in post-production, right? So, for example, it would be cool if you guys saw these games live. I was watching Nick at the time, and the only difference would be is you'd just see me focusing hard. So it might not necessarily be the greatest thing, but definitely when I'm streaming, during champs and stuff, there's a lot of excitement that comes with the gameplay through champs on the weekend, and even in the draft, there's a lot of excitement that comes with the videos. But I just want to start putting that live stuff out there. If it doesn't work, we can just go back to postcom, and if it does work, happy days. But yeah, it's not going to be like an all live section either. You know, not everything's going to be live. There's still going to be some postcom because, like I say, I know a lot of people show up for the Q&A section of the Road to Glory, but that's kind of how we're going to go. And then Obina says, still haven't seen the gameplay from last weekend's Weekend League. Guess I'll see you in the weekend then. And it's a bit of a weird thing to be upset about, but yeah, I went out on Saturday with some pals. We went and had some food and drinks and such. And I was only 4-0 on Sunday at about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock when I started my games. So I just sat there on stream banging through as many as I could. I got to 14-1, and I didn't record any of it because I knew I wanted to change the way the Road to Glory was going. And if I recorded all 14 of those games, it would have been another video where it was just 14 games worth of gameplay and nothing else. And guess what? Contrary to what the very vocal minority is talking about in the chat, and you know, people don't enjoy the gameplay. So I will still show it where it's needed. The next comment is from Jacob. He says, man, I've been trading Pepe's for ages now, and I'm going to have to get someone else. He's so good to flip and make loads of profit. Been buying for 6.5k, selling for 8.2k. RIP Pepe. So first of all, me showing it or doing it on a video really isn't going to influence it that much. When I do things on video, it does make a big impact in some regards. Like when I'm say, oh, hey guys, I'm going to sit here and sell all my contracts, thousands, if not tens of thousands of people are also like, okay, let's all sell our contracts. And then guess what? Contract market gets utterly flooded. No one can sell their contracts, or you sell them at a far slower rate to the point where it's not relevant or not you know, efficient enough to sell your contracts. And so it becomes not worth it, right? But two things with your Pepe. First of all, people that try to snipe, after they miss one or two, they get so disheartened that they just give up. I've seen it so many times of people just, you know, sitting there, even on streams for streamers and stuff. They'll try and snipe a player, they'll miss two, they'll be like, okay, not this guy, let's go somewhere else. So, you know, if a few people all of a sudden start sniping Pepe's, they're going to have a bad time. Second of all, Pepe's price has dropped massively. He's only 5k now. You know, I was picking him up at 6k. He was insta-selling at 6.7 to 6.8k, and I was selling him to lazies for 7.2k. Well, now he's 5.2k or 5.4k, so you'd have to pick him up at like 4.7, 4.6, and I don't know if people are listing him that low. I don't know. So yeah, I don't think it's necessarily going to be, I don't think it's going to screw you, so to speak. VSN says, I made about 400k from flipping one player, then I took a break and came back after 6, and the player's price had dropped by 50%. Well, I did that with the Brazilian right-backs from the Greek league. I was sniping them. They were insta-selling for 3,500, both of them. I don't know why, but they were. I was sniping them for 3,000 or less. I was picking them up way cheap. 350 coins, 800 coins, 700 coins, constantly. I made a good amount of profit, probably about 50k in about 15 or 20 minutes. And then I stopped. I went and did some other things here or there. Then after 6 p.m, I came back and had a look. And guess what? They were like 1k. And I was like, damn, you know why it is? And this can be a lesson for everybody and anybody. Note these market changes. Think to yourself, why did they drop by 50%? What caused that player to drop? Did an SBC end, and so there's no more demand for the player, in which case his price naturally would drop? Or were there loads of packs released, and so there was far more supply of the player, therefore his price would drop? Or was it a mix of both? Or was it a was it a FUTBIN solution that was causing the price of the player in the first place to increase in price? And that solution dropped off the front of the solution list, and all of a sudden he's not relevant anymore, right? So there's a few things that could cause it. And, you know, if an SBC comes out that offers rare Electrum packs or Electrum players packs or mixed players packs, the silver market for the expensive silver players crashes hard. So you're going, like, there was actually a rare Electrum player pack today. So I would probably assume that a lot of the really expensive, like Dusseldorf players and Union Berlin players and so on and so forth, the Al Fateh players, I would assume that a lot of the expensive silvers have come down 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30%. Now's a good time to go and buy them, because you know by tomorrow or the day after, they're just going to go straight back up to their natural price, and you're going to end up making bank off of them, right? So there's so many really, really easy ways to spot market trends to help you make coins. And that's what I want to do in this video now. So tomorrow's video at the start, we're going to talk about the consumables market and what's caused it to crash and almost be at the point again in FIFA where it's irrelevant now, right? We always get 10 to 12 good weeks of consumables market, and then it always dies out. And I'll explain all that tomorrow. And then also, I think when I built that team for today's episode, I was going to play some Rivals gameplay and show you the gameplay. I literally don't have the time. It's already 8:45 the time I'm recording this. And I haven't played any yet. So if I want to get this video out for 10 o'clock, I'm just not going to have time to play any Rivals gameplay, sadly. The next comment was from Jay Rimmer, Bayern 2-1 up against Spurs. You love to see it. He says, Nep, they said they've fixed the issue where the penalty taker looks exactly where he is going to shoot, but this is still an issue and is now even more obvious. Thoughts? They did fix it exactly how they said they were going to fix it. The penalty taker no longer looks left or right after you have powered up your penalty. So if you aim left or right before you power up your penalty, your opponent's gonna see where your head turns. So what I do now is I just power it up without moving it. Look, you see it there. I power it up in the middle, then I aim. Perfect time for that penalty to come. Because otherwise, if you go left and then power it, or go right and then power it, yeah, you're gonna get found out. So just try and power it up in the very, very center, and then move left or right accordingly. And you should hopefully score considerably more penalties. And then the last comment for today is from Busenzo. He says, hey, Nep, I have a question for you. We've always been told that FUT Champions matchmaking is based on your form. Do you think that based only on form or ever been the rank you're in? This weekend, for example, I've been playing my best FIFA ever. I started out champs, reached silver 1. I was 11-2, so +9 form. In theory, if you were capable of getting to +9 form, pretty much at the start of every weekend, you should be able to at least keep a minimum of +5, +4 throughout the whole weekend league, right? In my opinion, you should. But every single time that I reach silver 1, or let's just say gold 3 matches, to start to become incredibly harder. Like if I was playing only elite players, this was my case this weekend. Started out 11-2, finished 17 wins with 1 game spare. I would love to hear your opinion on this. Love you, Nep. Have a good day. Well, thank you for the kind words. So what it comes, it's not based just on form, right? Proximity and connectivity are an issue. You know, they need to match you up for time. Now, if you manage to get to 9-2 or 11-2, so a +9 form very early on, what might just be the case is that the later the day goes, the more people get to a +9 form. So the bigger pool of players that you have as a chance to play. So if you end up getting unlucky matchmaking, then yeah, you're going to play a lot of players that might be 9-0 on +9 form and on their way up, right? Or you might be playing someone who's, you know, you're 11-2 at +9, and then you lose, you're +8, you're +7, and when you're +4 or 5, you might come up against someone who is literally like 7-0 or 8-0 or 8-1. And the form doesn't match you exactly to someone to your form. So if you're +9, from what I've seen, it allows a ±5 in variance. It does go more than that, and it is an anomaly, but it does go more than that. But yeah, it allows a ±5. So if you're +9, you could theoretically be playing at +14 players. Even then, when you're +4 or 5, you could be playing +10 players. Alternatively, you could be playing players on break even as well, right? And it just comes down to favourable matchmaking, whether you get favoured or not. And the one thing, just before we get out of here today, the one thing I just want to talk about, which I find like crazy, the difference in form levels between 20 and 22 wins is huge. I like huge, right? If you're 20 wins, you're a gold 1 player. And if you're 22 wins, you're a gold 1 player. But to get to 20 wins, you're at +10 form. And to get to 22 wins, you're at +14 form. So the difference, because you're past the 15 game mark, or the 15 form mark, or around that, you know, with less than 10 games left or whatever, the swings are 2 each way. And it just blows my mind. But yeah, gold 1 at 20 wins is +10 form, and gold 1 at 22 wins is +14 form. And it comes hand in hand again with the fact that this game doesn't reward you based on how good you are, really. The reward tiers need to be expanded and worked upon. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.